We bring you a celestial event that captured the nation's attention. COD's tuition is going up. Find out how much more you'll have to pay next semester. And the annual Sci-Fi and Fantasy Convention is coming back to the college for CODCON's 27th run. All that and much more on this edition of Courier TV News. Hello and thank you for joining us. I'm Wayne Kincaid. Across the nation, millions of people gathered to witness a truly breathtaking sight of the total solar eclipse. CNTV reporter Bianna Yeager spotlights the excitement surrounding this rare phenomenon.
We're here at Fullersburg Forest Preserve Nature and Education Center, where hundreds of people have come to watch the eclipse. People of all ages came together to witness this astronomical event.
This is one of those things where you feel like you're not only part of nature, but part of the crowd, like you're really feeling all of us, and everyone's smiling.
We were able to speak with Professor David Fazzini. He provided us with his professional insights regarding this eclipse.
The eclipse will be visible on Monday, April 8th. Local time is going to be 2 o'clock. If it is clear, you will notice some interesting atmospheric conditions. For example, when you are in the full shadow of the moon, you will see dusk 360 degrees all around you. Stars will come out, so you'll be able to see some of the bright planets. Like you'll likely be able to see Venus, and likely Jupiter. If conditions are right, you might see some other stars. There's a comet near Jupiter that might be visible if conditions are really good, but no guarantee of that. A solar eclipse can damage your eyes if you look at the sun, because what you're doing is looking at the moon as it passes in front of the sun. So for a partial eclipse, at no time during a partial eclipse is it safe to observe without some kind of eye protection, such as solar eclipse glasses or some kind of solar filter that you would put on a camera or a telescope.
Several observers we met had other innovative ways to witness the eclipse.
But when I was a kid, we made pinhole viewers, right? And so this is just a different version of a pinhole viewer, to just use the pinholes of a calendar. And of course it has to be circle. It won't work if it's like a square calendar or something like that. So that's how I came to it. And I thought, well, I'll bring it today and see if it works. And sure enough, it's kind of been a hit.
Others that traveled to observe the eclipse in the path of totality were able to capture time-lapse of the event. If you miss the eclipse, the next opportunity will present itself in 2044. This is Bianna Yeager for Courier News Television.
Last month, the students at COD cast their vote for the Student Leadership Council elections. The votes have been counted, and our new Student Leadership Council members have been elected. Angel Lim, Ahil Syed, Lou Fitani, Shahid Khatib, Anam Sultana, and Carson Fenney have all won seats on the Student Leadership Council. In their new roles, they will respectively be the mouthpieces for students here at the college. And Anam Sultana will take over for Ruju Rai as student trustee to represent the student body in the Board of Trustee meetings every week. The SLC encourages all students to be more involved in the decisions made here at the College of DuPage. If you have any ideas or suggestions, you can contact any of your new representatives at the SLC office in the Student Services Center, room 2214. Your pocketbook may be feeling a little empty as the college raises tuition for the next academic year. CNTV reporter Billy O'Brien is at the cashier's department at the college with more increase. Billy, please tell me this is not true.
I'm sorry to tell you this, Will, but the College of DuPage's tuition will increase by $8, raising the fee to $152 per credit hour for in-district residents. As part of a continued commitment to providing students top-quality educational opportunities balanced with its fiduciary responsibilities to local taxpayers, the College of DuPage Board of Trustees authorized the increase effective for the fall. Students on campus reacted to the tuition hike.
Obviously, no one really wants prices to increase at all. I don't like it, but I mean, in the grand scheme of things, if you're already paying several $100s for a class, I mean, an $8 increase I don't think is really that big of a deal. compared to what you're already paying, right?
Depending on how many classes you're taking, you have to pay extra, about like pretty much pay almost like $50 out of your pocket on top of what you're already paying. I feel like that's a lot.
The first thing I thought of was that's kind of like a low amount of money, and it's not like a significant charge that like a lot of people couldn't handle.
According to President Dr. Brian Caputo, said the increase is necessary to ensure the institution sustainably amid the rising operating cost. The tuition and fees will be $152 per credit hour for in-district residents, $355 for out-of-district residents, and $425 for out-of-state college students when the fall semester begins in 2024. Reporting for the College of DuPage, I'm Billy O'Brien.
Thanks, Billy. And remember, for all the latest college news and events, check out the Courier newspaper. In January, college president Brian Caputo announced his retirement from the college at the end of the semester. The college's board of trustees has been continuing to keep the college community informed on his interim replacement process and the next steps for hiring a new president for the college. The college will celebrate President Caputo on Tuesday, May 14th from 12:30 p.m. to 2 p.m. in SRC 2000. Caputo served as president of the College of DuPage for 7 years. The Sci-Fi, Fantasy, and Gaming Club is celebrating 27 years of COD-Con on April 12th through the 14th. Joining us now to discuss this popular gaming convention is Chris Jeske and Nick Grogan. Welcome and thanks for joining us.
Thank you for having us.
Well, can you guys tell the viewers what they can expect from COD-Con this year?
So COD-Con this year is going to be a magical mashup of fun events and we have a maid cafe, we have foam sword fighting, and a whole bunch of shops that are going to be super fun.
Mm-hmm.
And what makes COD-Con so popular?
I'd say, the community that really comes together to build this convention from the ground up, because we are ran by the Sci-Fi, Fantasy, and Gaming Club, as well as the Anime Cosplay Club and the D&D Tabletop Club now. Our convention is so special because we put so much work into it, and because we have so many people that come together for it. We have, like Chris mentioned, we've got artists and vendors who sell their wares. We have the Maid Cafe, which is the Anime and Cosplay Club's main fundraiser event. But yeah, it's really popular just because we have a lot going on. There's something for everybody there.
And what do you both enjoy about the COD clubs?
So I'm part of the Sci-Fi, Fantasy, Gaming Club, and then the chairperson of the D&D Club. I can speak for both. I really enjoy them because they are both a place where like-minded people can come together and talk about their hobbies, the things they like, and play some games together.
Is there anything new that we can see this year at COD-Con?
There is. So this year we have a couple panels going on. That's something that we started last year, so it's still pretty in its infancy. I will be hosting a karaoke panel on Friday night from 8 to 10 p.m., as well as like a night dance from 8 to 10 p.m. on Saturday. So that'll be kind of like, just playing music, dancing around, a dance at night. So that's new to this year.
And then is there any advice or suggestions for new attendees to COD-Con for this year?
So my biggest piece of advice to new attendees would be come with a group of friends. That's just kind of advice for all cons in general, because cons, by their nature, are a place of where people can come together and talk about the things they like. So if you don't have your friends, it's kind of lonely. So I'd recommend bringing friends. I'd also recommend setting aside some time to kind of take care of yourself.
It's very easy to get very overwhelmed and sensory overload in a lot of conventions. I know that's something that I personally struggle with. So yeah, definitely taking time to check in with yourself. And if you're in a loud room, there's going to be a lot of people in the ballroom doing a lot of tabletop gaming. And it can get, kind of loud in there with a bunch of people talking. So, just check in with yourself and make sure that you're taking care of yourself at these kinds of conventions. That's, good piece of advice.
Well, unfortunately, we are out of time, but I do want to thank you, Chris and Nick, for joining us today on the show. And remember, the Sci-Fi, Fantasy, and Gaming Club will be hosting its 27th annual COD-Con Gaming Convention, returning on Friday, April the 12th, going through Sunday, April 14th, SRC 2000. Tickets for this event are $7 for one-day attendance, $10 for 2 days, and $15 for all 3 days. Some tournaments require an additional entry fee. For more information about COD-Con, visit their website at codcon.com. After the break, we will fill you in on the free tax preparation help provided at the college. But first, here's a look at your COD calendar of events.
Ever wonder what you should do when you feel threatened? Well, think no further, as COD is hosting a self-defense training class, focusing on making good decisions, speaking up, and only using physicality when there's a real threat. Join the class on Thursday, April 18th from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. at the Physical Education Center in room 138. The dance program at COD is presenting its newest production, as the Emergence Spring Dance Concert takes way on Friday, April 19th from 7:30 p.m. to 9 p.m., featuring performances from 9 students. Be sure to check out Emergence at the Belushi Performance Hall for only $5 for students and $10 for adults. The COD Theater Department is taking a creative spin on a classic tale. Catch Charlotte's Web on Friday, April 26th in the Belushi Performance Hall, and join Charlotte, Wilbur, and all their farm friends at 2 showings starting at 9:45 a.m. and 11:30 a.m., where tickets will be $10 per person.
It is the last weekend for the college's free assistance with electronic preparation of state and federal tax returns. The 2024 Tax Prep program is conducted by COD accounting students that have been certified by the Internal Revenue System and are supervised by COD accounting faculty to help students, staff, and community members prepare federal and state income tax returns for 2020, 2021, 2022, and 2023 tax years. The tax sessions are every Saturday by appointment until April 13th from 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. in the Seton Computing Center. Participants must bring tax information, this year's return, and account numbers the previous if participants would like direct deposit. For more information about the COD Tax Prep program, go to cod.edu/tax prep. You can also contact them by email at taxprep@cod.edu or call at 630-942-3450. The last day to file your federal and state tax this year is Monday, April 15th. The students at the Tech Center will be showing off their skills at the Tech Spotlight. The Technical Education Center will hold their annual Tech Spotlight on Tuesday, April 16th. It will offer a chance for prospective students to see the Tech Center in action. The Spotlight will also offer current students an opportunity to meet employers in their field. There is a crime at a suburban golf range. A former popular mall is shutting its doors, and there is a city in District 502 that is #1. All that and more in your Community Roundup. Guns, drugs, and grand theft auto incidents have been taking place at Naperville's Topgolf parking lot. The popular attraction in the west suburbs has been the scene of violence like never before. Since last summer, the area has been on the Naperville Police Department's radar as a high crime area, with more than a dozen people arrested for felony crimes. There have been 14 arrests in total, with the latest gun-related incident happening last week. And a sense of sadness and nostalgia can be felt inside of Stratford Square Mall in suburban Bloomingdale, as the once bustling mall of the 90s is now set to close at the end of this month. Opened in 1981, the mall has faced many challenges. Like other malls across the country trying to keep up with the changing retail landscape, the surge of online shopping and the economy, the mall is set to close on April 21st. Plus, Naperville has once again found itself atop a national rankings list, this time earning the #1 spot on Niche's Best Cities to Live in America. It also ranked the top city in the county to raise a family, and the city with the best public schools. And here's a look at your Chaparral weather forecast. I hope you enjoyed the weekend weather, because we are going to be starting our school week off with some rain. Today will be a high of 65 and occasional rain showers expected. On Tuesday, more rain showers and a high of 57. And for the remainder of the week, you can expect highs in mid to upper 50s with partly cloudy skies. And remember, for all the latest weather updates, check out the college's Next Generation Weather Lab at weather.cod.edu. Despite the record, the College of DuPage softball team has been swinging for the fences and making every win count. We introduce you to the softball team as they try to hit it out of the park this season.
Great group of kids. They're a lot of fun to be around. Fun watching them show up every day to get better.
My favorite part is probably like the chemistry. I know like even last year like we had very good chemistry. Like we're all like I felt like they're my sisters and we had each other's backs.
I've made like great friendships through there. That's why I ended up coming back. I actually went to Courier the fall semester, and then I didn't want to play there just because it's such a good family here, especially coaching and everything.
He's made me stronger mentally because he allows me to fail but continue to play and pick myself back up, and it kind of builds me in confidence, and it makes me a better player just in general for my entire team.
I like how competitive we are, and I love my teammates. You know, it's really fun on the way to the games or during the games.
Everybody has really like a high energy to compete and really wants to win, and I love that in a team. I was always on a competitive team, and I love when, you know, girls get fired up, girls get angry when something happens, you know. I just like the energy.
And I feel like we just have a really encouraging environment, which just makes me happy because I feel like even if I have a mistake, it's all right. We're human, it's okay, you shake it off and we get the next one.
Pretty tight, like a family-like atmosphere. We will stick up for each other. We will support each other in wins and losses. We all win together, we all lose together, and it's a very family-like atmosphere.
I learned that it's a team game and that even like when someone goes through a slump or like a bad game, that we have to help each other to stay positive and keep going.
Most of the D2s, I feel like we can compete very well against them. I think we're a solid quality softball team.
It's now time for a segment we call Chap Chat. We asked students if they watched the total solar eclipse.
I did watch it, however, unfortunately, I was looking at the sun a little too fiercely, so I didn't know that I had to get some sunglasses to shield my eyes, so my eyes were just being torched, you know.
I don't want to go blind. It was a once-in experience.
To be honest, I was in the class and the teacher was like, okay, just go watch the thing outside. So we went outside and then we watched it. It's my first time seeing it.
I didn't because I forgot to buy the glasses. So, which was sad on my part, but I did like seeing all the people and the conversation around it. That was actually really nice to talk about.
Thank you for watching Courier TV News. We'll be back next week with a new edition of Courier TV. For everyone here at Courier TV News, I'm William Kincaid. Have a great week.